connection that you have with that person. That's actually what gives you joy. You're happy to see them, but the joy is the deeper feeling and the deeper state. And last week, my teacher said something interesting about joy. And he said that joy is when we actually are fully ourselves, when we recognize that this is me, this is who I am. And I've said this before, you know, tension is who we think we should be. Relaxation is who we are. So really, when you're able to relax, you can move into the joy of your being. And I'm getting to this point that I wanted to make for today. The more you cultivate joy, the more your mind becomes familiar with it. And some of us may not have felt it for a while. And so we might need to remind our mind how joy feels. And we're going to be doing that today with that gentle smile. So we'll be cultivating it throughout the practice today. So you can look forward to feeling some joy. And of course, when we feel joy, we feel alive and we feel connected to life, connected to ourselves. So that's the real key. So let's get a spot where you feel super comfortable, where you can ideally get your sitting bones right underneath you so that your spine can be tall, relaxed and yet alert. And then we'll just do a few shoulder rolls, going back. And I've just got my hands on my lap. You could let them fall down to the sides as well. And then just breathe in and exhale. And breathe in, bringing them up, and exhale them back and down. And again, breathe in and exhale back and down. Now you may want to close your eyes and breathe in, bring the shoulders up, and just tuck your chin down towards your chest. If your hands are on your lap, it actually allows you to kind of press a little bit outward with the elbows and really round the upper back, relax the neck, head, and shoulders. And then come back to your midline. And then just as if you were gonna give someone a big hug, bring your arms out wide to the side. And if you are okay to look back and up, you can. Make sure your backrest is there or you're supported. And just a gentle opening, like a big smile into your heart. And then coming back into neutral and closing your eyes and just letting that big openness register in your body sensory awareness right now. Good, and then open your eyes. One last thing we're going to do, and that is to just bring your opposite hand to the armpit on the other side. So it's like you're giving yourself a bit of a hug, and you're just going to hold those hands in the armpit. If you have the hand function enough to kind of just press gently into the depth of the armpit, this relaxes the vagus nerve. And you could also tuck your chin at the same time if that's there for you. Good, and then relax the hands right onto your lap. Bring your head back to neutral. So ideally your chin is just level, parallel, so to speak, to the floor. Inhale now through the crown of your head. And let's take 3 nice big deep breaths, allowing yourself to come into your practice and into your breath. And exhale all the way out, deepening your exhale, lengthening it. And again, big rich in breath. Big exhale and relaxing on the exhale. So do that one more time. Really conscious big breath in. Trying to keep the shoulders relaxed when you breathe in. And then really inviting relaxation on your exhale all the way out. till it just pauses before the next inhale. And then letting your breath resume its normal rhythm. And just checking in on that rhythm. So noticing the rhythm of your breath, noticing the movement of your breath. Where does it go? What does it feel like? Noticing any mental dialogue as well, and just allowing it to be a friend that you just say hi, bye to. I'm busy right now. Back to the breath. Bringing this attitude of friendliness into our practice today. Feeling like we are befriending even ourselves here. Even those small voices that chatter in the brain, we're befriending all of it. The pain that we may feel or experience in our body, whatever the condition is, just giving it this beautiful, non-attached, friendly acceptance. And allowing now, as you focus on your breath, your awareness to bring just that friendliness feeling into all the muscles of your face. So often it's just imagining a gentle grin at the corners of your mouth, softening the space on the outer corners of your eyes, relaxing the jaw, even letting yourself swallow deeply, letting the tongue just float up to the roof of the mouth. And when you feel that gentle grin, I like to feel that I'm even broadening the palate up in the roof of my mouth, really letting the brain and the cranium relax. Feel like you've got this beautiful facelift, and this gentle smile is just allowing the space between the shoulders and the ears to relax, and this broadening happening on the outer corners of your eyes. And then feeling that broadening, kind of smoothing out any wrinkles on the forehead, relaxing the whole brow, and then moving that relaxation right into the skull as the brain just relaxes away from the skull, and assuring yourself that whatever needs to get done will be taken care of later, that in this moment there's nothing to solve, there's nothing to do, there's nowhere to go except right into the heart, the heartwood of your being. And cultivating that smile, that sense of friendliness, kindness, just feeling it at the outer corners of your lips. If you get lost in a thought, bringing it back. Relaxing the fleshy cheeks. Cultivating this attitude of kindness, friendliness, and eventually joy is really coming back to our true nature. most of us as babies come across these states very easily. And it's pretty much our natural state unless something pretty terrible has happened to us. And so just like a baby, really feeling that innocent, precious smile at all that is. Each time you wander, just joyfully, carefully, with kindness coming back with your breath. First of all, to feel the ease, the regularity, the inhale, the exhale. Then to feel the relaxation. Then to feel the feeling of kindness, friendliness. And I did mention last week that we're in mindfulness, we're doing two things. We're setting ourselves up to befriend ourselves and all that is. And then we're training the mind to remember its natural state of joy, of peace. So always thinking of that little puppy and just being gentle with your mind as it learns to remember who you really are. Stillness of mind, attitude of friendliness, moving toward joy, complete relaxation. And cultivating again with the awareness of your breath, the stillness of mind that comes from just allowing your attention to be aware. And although you may not feel that the mind is still, if you're watching many thoughts, truly the capacity to be the observer begins to shift the mind chemistry, the brain chemistry, So we identify thoughts, but we don't identify with them. We just let them flow on by like the water in the river. And then the second thing after stillness that we're doing is we're relaxing. Each exhale, deepen your release, deepen your sense of ease. Layers and layers of letting go. And with the invitation and the awareness of joy, we're also cultivating a new pathways, new ways of allowing the fullness of our being. Staying with it, allowing yourself to keep in mind that there's nowhere to go or nothing to do just yet. And also being very supportive, just like you were training a puppy, of how far you've come up to this point, and really acknowledging your practice in this moment, and acknowledging the stillness and the calmness. And again, feeling that gentle smile out at the outer corners of your lips, into that tissue of your cheeks, relaxing, softening throughout the arc and the arch of your upper palate, just releasing the back of the tongue so it broadens out toward the outer corners of your eyes, relaxing that beautiful flesh there so that it looks like the still waters on a glassy lake. No furrows, no fret. And letting that still beautiful glassy surface be the whole surface of your forehead. All the waves of thoughts just calmly subdued. The brain relaxes away from the skull. And we can just think about joy now, feeling into the joy of the heartwood of your being, so the very core of who you are. Using your breath to inhale just a gentle smile into your heart space, feeling like your heart space is really the whole upper chamber of your chest. And as you let the inhale bring a smile to that region, it broadens the front armpits and it releases the back armpits down. keeping your focus and your attention on the movement of the breath, the stillness of the mind, the relaxation of your whole body, and the cultivation of that friendly, kind attitude that leads to your feeling of inner joy. And as we wind our way back to the shores of the river, where your steady banks of your river, the part of you that really never changes, as we wind our way back toward the outer world where things always change, allowing yourself to just remember the outer world in the room that you sit. So remembering what's in the room where you sit right now, where it is, trying to see the room exactly. And then feel and remember the shape of your body. And in this last couple minutes, bring the inhale down through the crown of your head, all the way into your heart space, perhaps to the belly. And exhale, release and deepen the sense of your sitting bones, grounding into the chair beneath you, perhaps even your feet. And the exhale, releasing down and out any residue of tension, worry, or stress. Inhaling again through the crown, all the way into the heart, and broadening into your smile and your belly. And exhale, releasing, deepening your relaxation and your sense of connection to the core of your being, to Mother Earth. And remembering again the shape of your body and the visual image of the room before gently bringing yourself back into the room. Cultivating joy. And keep up drinking on the water. Keep drinking the water. Oh my gosh, we need so much of it right now. Good to see all of you, and thank you. We've got a few minutes, about 5. So that was almost 22 minutes practice. So we're increasing it even. But 20 minutes is usually adequate, really, honestly. If you're able to do a 20-minute practice once a week, your brain and everything will start responding to the familiarity, really, of the practice, and also the attitude and the state that you're in when you're there. So I'm not sure if you can do it, every week, but that might be a good challenge as we kind of move into the summer. Maybe you've got more time, I'm not sure, but you could always tune into the YouTube channel and get, do the off week where we're not meeting there. And I had a couple, things to announce to you. They're not totally for sure yet, but we're going to be, and this is something you may want to consider, that on the off Wednesday, we would have someone come and speak about mindfulness or something like that. So we're kind of we're putting some ideas out there, and if you have any of what you would like to see, then you could always email and let me know that, or tell me right now. Any comments, any questions? Maureen, it's good to see you back in our group. We missed you. I'm glad you're better.
Me too, very much so. Thank you. I just
Yeah.
feel spacious and quiet and lovely. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. You're all very welcome. It's great to be here. You're welcome, Carol. Nice to see you. Yeah, so go ahead.
I just said I think I'll leave, and again, thank you, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. I have a daily practice, but this always brings it in a special way. So I really look forward to it. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Neat. Yeah, there's something great happens when we practice together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're so very welcome. Yeah, thanks for coming, everybody. Thank you. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yes, great.
Yeah, and it'll be already July. Can you believe that?
Wow. Yeah.
Oh my God, it'll be the last. Well, yeah, it will be July actually. Oh my gosh. All right, lovely people. You guys all take good care. Good to see you all.
Thanks, Mary-Jo.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nice.